Oh yeah. That's game sound. Yeah. Doing. Going to get some pine barrel. Move.
Down there, a new ship. Doesn't look like any of the corporate freighters.
But what would they be doing here? And how did they...
Try Anti-Cleos. It's better than nature.
Do the mission. I need side missions or something.
If
Or
you
is
don't mind
that?
it, you have a message from Adjutant Sophia.
No one ever looks quite the same in person as they do in my reports. And my reports of you have been exceptionally thorough. You've had quite a career. You have something I want. I'd like to negotiate. Phineas Wells is wanted by the board. I want to convince you to turn him in to us. You are making a serious mistake.
Adjutant Akonde's call has been terminated. Will there be anything else, Captain?
Like I got it then.
We've arrived at Phineas's orbital lab.
I've kept myself busy in your absence, optimized my formula. I'm now confident I can revive the remaining colonists. All I need now is the dimethyl sulfoxide. I'll take as much as you can give me. Human test subjects. Oh, that's grotesque. That's unthinkable. That's exactly what I'd expect out of the board. Thank you. You've brought me enough chemicals to get started, at least. I'm just sorry they came at the cost of human lives. Those poor people, they must have died in agony. What exactly was the board trying to accomplish? the board's trying to freeze their subjects over and over again without inflicting permanent damage? Well, they're nowhere close to solving that problem. Something about this feels wrong. I don't know why the board would ever conduct such an experiment, unless they're working on some kind of hibernation technology. I'll tell you this much. The board scientists are hopelessly lost. After years of fruitless experimentation, they've made exactly zero progress. I know! I've suspected as much for years. Of course, I don't expect the board to do a thing about it. They've been driving our colony to the brink of destruction for decades. The board's mismanagement put our colony on the road to collapse. If we don't put a stop to them, thousands of colonists are going to die. Hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You're saying that Halcyon's on the brink of total collapse, and the chairman's plan to save all of us is to save himself? I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want to solve it by freezing the rest of us? That's not a plan. That's a goddamn escape clause. Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all. Toss them out into space, just to make room in their hibernation chambers. Short of lining up every member of the board and shooting them in the back of the head. Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Scientists, engineers, artists, the brightest minds Earth ever sent us, uncorrupted by the board. The board's going to dispose of them all and transform the Hope into a prison for the rest of us. They're likely on their way to the Hope as we speak. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving a few of them, but no easy way to get them off the Hope. Merciful gibbering law, you're a genius! We bring the Hope to us. Skip the entire ship across the distance of colony space, right next to my lab. Yes, exactly. You're a step ahead of me, but I perceive the shape of your plan. If we link up the Hope to the Unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2. You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the Unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada, should be able to activate the Hope's skip drive. Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen colonists. I can start reviving them immediately. Certainly. How? I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most...
Fuck the board. Fucking slimy scumbags.
Captain, I hope Dr. We have arrived at the Hope, and you'll have to... If you're calculating for the...
When my time comes, at the battle I found.
That ought to do it, Captain.
This must be unsettling for you, Captain.
I see you've located the stasis chambers. Which one was floating in for so long, Captain? The missing one, I take it?
Hmm.
That's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit, I am curious. Greetings, Captain. I am speaking to you through the Hope. Are you sure? And also potentially kill an entire planet. How is my humor now, Captain? Improved? Wait. I mean...
What else is this for me to do? Yeah, just do it.
Are you sufficient? Probably. Are you sure? And... Ju-
Well, it's been a good life.
Doing it. I mean, affirmative. Skipping the Hope in 3, 2, 1.
ADA, does your captain seriously intend to do a micro jump in system with engines that haven't been powered in 70 years on a derelict ship?
That is what my captain intends. Yes.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. The Zero Point Drives Corp and I will not be held responsible for any damage incurred during transport, and this will cause extreme damage.
Yes, I am aware of that.
You should not be doing this. The humans will die.
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems are a go. Captain, I would advise you to hold on to something. Now. Oh, good. We are still alive and have successfully skipped into Terra 2's orbit. I reported as much to Phineas Wells, but he has not responded. Perhaps you should check in on him.
Oh. Huh? I don't recognize you. I'm just trying to make sure you've... I don't have time for this. Move along. Looking good.
That's why I came in, wasn't it?
I hear someone snuck into Depository 18. Amateurs. That'd never happen around here.
No, but it just did. You don't even know y'all have been moved. Oh, I need to go to Phineas's lab, that's why.
Captain.
Why is it showing up there?
I shall now play the transmission I received from Dr. Wells.
The board is here. They found me somehow. They're
It would have... Goodbye. We've arrived at Phineas's orbital lab.
Great work.
Oh, we'll go to Iris, that's gonna be it.
Captain, I believe.
Phineas, locked up in Tartarus? We cannot let this stand. That place terrifies even the most hardened criminal.
And here we are, entertaining the notion of busting him out. That's insane. And likely a hell of a lot of fun.
To extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate the labyrinth. But that course of action is likely to be quite dangerous, Captain. I am programmed to warn you whenever you exhibit inclinations toward risky behavior. Breaking into Tartarus will not be easy.
Getting in is the simple part. It's getting out again that's the trouble. Trust me, I know.
Let's just do it. Kick down some doors, grab Doc Wells, and cut a path out. We don't need a plan. We got guns.
If you really mean to do this, you should see to your final affairs and close out any unfinished business. Once you sneak into Tartarus, you may be there a while. Or permanently.
We gonna prepare? Sure. Guess I could give my ass-kicking boots another coat of polish. You got some sort of...
The fewer folks we got to hurt, the better. Maybe on our way out, we let all those poor souls locked up in there go free.
Sure, boss. You do the talking. I'll pack a few more rounds of ammo.
Hawthorne, if you're getting this, something's happened to me. Got mixed up.
I don't know what.
We're now docked at Arizona. I'll lock up behind you.
Look up here, up here. Okay. Oh, this is a thingy place. Yeah, I need to do the wine here. Explore around here, see if there's anything around here to do.
We'll be moving on then.
I'll be out of here as...
Welcome.
What the stuff around here? Alright, so this place is other than the wine, which I don't give a shit about. That place is done. Done shits. Done zone. See where else. Any side missions done to them?
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking.
Oh, do you get onto this one? This and this one.
Captain. You're free to disembark.
Yeah, you can't visit them too. Why even have them there then? There's the DLCs that they was gonna do and scrapped them. Like, what's the fucking point? Fuck it. I've only got one side mission, and that's that one that I haven't done. Done all these missions. Watched a couple there because I decided to go somewhere else. Okay, let's complete the game.
I am pleased to inform you. Please.
I wager it'll take. All right. I'm feeling generous. Anyway, wait.
Transmit. How can. May luck.
Enough bits to do that one.
I've shut off the visual feed from my ocular inputs in the captain's quarters. So you're free to
Actually,
throw when.
I think that does enough damage though.
Ever you'd like.
Instead of that, I'll do. Put the guy on for this. Just keep shooting the bitches. But maybe.
Captain did right by us. The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I breathe. Push on, Mardat.
Oh.
Elaborate. Perhaps we should all meditate on that as we make our descent.
This might be the loneliest place in the whole system. Let's look around. There's gotta be a few ways through here.
I ain't got enough hack to do that. Woo!
We got trouble.
La 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 la.
All right, MSI. I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help. So get in there and fight.
What was that? Are you new here? Oh, no. Don't tell anyone, please.
Well, look who it is. I'll be damned.
Slide right
I
into
was
there,
waiting to see you
bitch.
for our announcement, and here you are as a bonus. I had heard you'd taken a mechanic under your wing. What's the matter, girl? Couldn't find actual employment?
The captain's treated me right. Better than any of you bored folk ever have. I'm exactly where I want to be.
And the convict. The vicar. You know, most people, once they're out of prison, don't seem keen on returning.
Oh, I would go anywhere to see you fall, sir.
When you go off and get yourself shot, try to avoid taking one to the face. I'll want it recognizable to show to my citizens. My word! You've correctly... It's... Yes, he is an extraordinarily but that's between us. Oh yes, go on, wake them up, add more mouths to feed. That'll solve our starvation problems. I don't know what half-baked plans that simpleton in a lab coat has been leading you through, but it's done. It's over. Let me ask you something, Captain. Have you at any point thought about not fucking up our entire society?
I believe we could ask you the same.
I'm making actual progress towards stabilization and recovery. You're just getting in the way. If I and my people can ride it out in luxury and happiness, yes, yes, I would. I don't know if you've noticed, Captain, but Halcyon's pretty much a lost cause. I'll admit, there's no shortage of talent in the scientists and engineers there. Look, I'm not an unreasonable man. If you manage to storm the castle, as it were, and make it out of here with Phineas alive, I can't exactly afford more havoc than you've already caused. Fine. If you survive, you'll need someone to sell the rest of the board on your plan.
Before my eyes, how felt I to die? Come on, which way I go? Let them do all the fighting, why not?
Captain, you have an uncanny talent for complicating my life. You've disrupted the battle. Do you imagine you're leading some... You're... Dr. All the... In that we are in agreement. An end to violence is precisely what I want. An end to chaos. An end to senseless loss of life. The only obstacle standing in my way is you. I take no pleasure in this, you know. I simply have no other option. Leaving you alive is too great a risk. Goodbye, Captain. Fair enough. Yes, I'm quite aware of your brave... That isn't true. It can't be. You're trying to manipulate me. That experiment was absolutely essential to the program. My scientists assured me they were close to a breakthrough. They gave me their word. Damn you. You are telling the truth. My scientists have been lying to me, and I was stupid enough to trust them at their word. We're going to have to start all over again. All that research, all those experiments, you've set us back decades. You were always an unknown variable. I tried to recruit you, but you threw your lot in with that madman, Phineas Wells. I'm aware of Dr. Wells' plan. Revive some brilliant scientists and engineers from the Hope and work with them to save the colony. He's already revived you, after all. 50 or 60 years ago, I might have agreed with you. But we've passed the point of no return. The best scientists in Halcyon can't save us now. I appreciate your confidence, Captain. But so long as you're allied with Dr. Wells, we can never work together. I haven't given up on the program yet. You've caused some complications, but I can improvise. I can fix this. I haven't lost control of the labyrinth yet. Our security system is still operational. I can still put a stop to you.
Damn. Got my lie up.
This
Because I can. Damn. Look at this fucking building. Bam! The fucking one tapper roof! The old one tapper roof!
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You did the right thing. Akande was a monster. Her death was much deserved, and long overdue. And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough. All in a day's work for you, huh? You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish.
They should have made a second one, man. Or at least do a few more fucking DLCs to wrap it up or something.
I would like nothing more than to celebrate this victory, but we have a serious problem on our hands. Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
Earth is only an idea to us, but that idea is the bedrock the colony is built upon. If people were to find out it's gone dark, the shock could be too much to bear.
I don't want to imagine what'll happen once news gets out. Let's just keep this between us for now.
You mean we're all alone out here? Really alone?
I'm afraid so, Miss Holcomb.
I mean, they could have had it so we go back to Earth and fight or whatever's down there.
No longer an option. We're in serious trouble, my friend.
Could have gone on so much with this.
We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own. Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the hope's brightest minds. And then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us? Chairman? I don't know why you let that heartless creature live, but I'll have to trust your judgment. You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself to leave this colony, you have my support. We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our last connection to Earth has been severed, and so we have been set free. Our future is uncertain, and no one knows what tomorrow holds. Exciting, isn't it?
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the Board's authority. But the Board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the Board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The Board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Sanjar's civil liberties and worker-centric policies were slow to catch on with the other corporations. But as Halcyon began its long, arduous journey toward recovery, many of Terra 2's smaller townships started adopting MSI's alternative corporate structure, and eventually became entirely self-sufficient. In the coming years, many of these townships managed to eke by, where otherwise they might have starved. Consumed by paranoia, Lilia Hagen took Sublight Salvage in a controversial direction, openly accusing Board officials of an extraterrestrial conspiracy. One day, an accident at the Groundbreaker's docking bay silenced her forever.
Yeah.
Time would tell if her replacement could keep the Sublight family together. In the end, after years of struggling against its own obsolescence, Edgewater lost a battle of attrition to plague, marauder attacks, and desertion. Edgewater was never visited by another stranger, with the exception of a small party of marauders who raided what was left of its cantina. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the Lifetime Employment Program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the Board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Even the Gorgon asteroid, though a distant enigma to most of Halcyon, felt the aftershocks of your actions. Olivia and Minnie Ambrose worked together to cure the marauders Adrena Time had created. Through their partnership as scientist and administrator, they discovered the harmony that had eluded them as mother and daughter. And through years of patience and effort, they discovered a means to wean Halcyon from the scourge of Adrena Time. Their work eventually allowed Wells and his scientists to treat many of Halcyon's marauders. As their addiction waned, the colonists who had lived for so long under the thrall of Adrena Time returned to their communities and loved ones, and joined in the effort to save Halcyon. In spite of everything, the Gorgon asteroid remained a sobering reminder of the potential for progress and disaster in humanity's most ambitious efforts. The Rizzo's company in Halcyon dissolved after the collapse of the board. Needless to say, the launch of Spectrum Brown was indefinitely delayed. A stockpile of Spectrum Brown remains buried deep beneath the ruins of the old distillery, abandoned to time and attrition. With the dissolution of the board, Ruth Bellamy found herself without the two constants in her life: Byzantine culture and her sister Belinda. In the face of this new reality, she struggled to find a direction for her life. The colony had moved on from Halcyon Helen, and would require new heroes in the years to come. And so Ruth Bellamy decided it was time to exit stage left. She quietly disappeared from public view. The dissolution of the board did not mean the dissolution of the ambitions of Cedric Kincannon, the charismatic leader of Sublight Underground. Cedric offered Slug's transportation services to the newly thawed colonists, and set to work ferrying resources and food wherever they were most needed. For better or worse, slug headgear became fashionable in the following years. As the board began to disintegrate, Spencer Woolrich found himself at a crossroads. Cling to what little stardom remained to him, or help usher Halcyon into its new future. To the surprise of many, perhaps himself most of all, Spencer chose the latter option. Having learned a variety of different skills in the many different roles played throughout his lengthy career, Spencer founded a radio serial
I can do it
dedicated
better
to
for you.
staying alive despite the odds. His subjects included how to survive violent encounters with only grazing wounds, dispense pithy one-liners for tense scenarios, and, of course, how to look good doing both. After a brief attempt at dating Helen as one person rather than two, which both Bertie and Helen found too strange, Bertie struck out on his own to try his hand at raising woolly cows. Many of his former Rangers teammates soon followed, accompanied by the woolly cow the team had originally plied with alcohol. The dairy farm thrived under Bertie's leadership and care. The Dairy Rangers privately believed that the woolly cows softened Bertie's temper considerably, although the only one brave enough to say this to his face was promptly headbutted. Due to the board's dissolution, many of the Prophet's old customers no longer found quite the same value in productivity seminars that they once had. With her business drying up, the Prophet chose to take her followers down a new path. Months later, salvagers on Eridanos found clues leading them to a seemingly abandoned bunker out in the wilderness. Inside, they discovered horribly mangled corpses, sacrificed to a blood-scrawled portrait of a sprat-headed deity. The Prophet was not among the bodies.
Yeah, kill the followers of Bugtar.
Sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, The vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to keeping their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless, unshackled from a lifetime of striving for the universe and himself. Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally.
I like it. I really, really like it.
Unreliable. She never quite came out of her shell. She seemed to prefer the company of Ada to the crew, and she could often be found neck-deep in cables and grease, telling Ada funny stories from her childhood. While the colony fell into chaos, she found an island of relative peace with Ada, and they formed an unusual bond. She decided to remain reliable permanently as its chief and sole engineer. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, an MSI subsidiary of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. Chairman Rockwell served as the public face for the changes in Halcyon to come. Whenever you needed strings pulled or a voice to sell a policy change, Rockwell was only too happy to oblige. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past, and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. Dr. Wells was able to revive many more scientists and engineers than he first expected, thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the Ministry. Wells never forgot about the human lives that were lost in acquiring these chemicals. In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope. Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? You brought an end to the chaos on Tartarus, and made Chairman Rockwell your own puppet, a role he was all too eager to play. The colony never realized you were the true power behind the new administration. By acting vicariously through agents and third parties, you controlled Halcyon from the shadows. As a result, Halcyon survived the turbulent years that were to follow. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Yeah, they need to do number 2, man. I'll probably click T because it'll just take me back to the option. Oof. Yeah, I'm going blind. I can see. I can see. I'm going blind. I can see. I can see. I'm going blind. Where are you? So this song, like, that's completed. We'll play that for a little bit. Going on. I don't know if it's just end now. I'll play someone else. How do you tell this? Who Kanye West is? Where the shadow of death is. Bloodborne, yeah, born, leave your breakfast. That's bad. That's bad. Yeah, you're a bit of bastard. The better to the best and the breasts. You beat you like you for breakfast. Ah, you piece of shit. What's the basis? We got suits and cases. Bad wages. Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know if to end or not. Play something else. Please have my feet. Don't fail me now. I'm back up. I'm not gonna know how to right my wrongs. Talk to God, but I'm scared because he ain't spoken so long. Away, because that doubt's trying to break me down. Feet don't fail me now. There's nothing I can do now to right my wrongs. Talk to God, but I'm afraid because we ain't swung so long. Oh shit, that's gonna be fucking wrong anyway. I have to wait for the game to load up. Peace walks with me, with me, with me, with me. This killers with drug dealers. Here's work for them. You would be able to, hell yeah, hell yeah. It'll be clearly. It'll be able to get weary. Oh. Need to click that, so that's good. Go on. Let's try to not play 60 Hertz lobby. 5. There's this one what's got half of the amount of people in. That one's got about half us. It's gonna have to be this one then, isn't it? Been moved up, everybody's been out. My feet don't fail me now. Running. Oh, it's multiple. Yeah, he's not getting me there. I think it's time. Alright, that wasn't a net shot, apparently. Change my gun up. I would use that same gun. That looks ugly as fuck like that.
Your nan smokes fucking cheeseburgers and she uses a Motorola.
Your nan's dead, you dickhead. Yeah, and there's also a sniper back there as well. Sniper there too. This man on. What the fuck is this man on? You see that fucking peek around and shit? That man is on something with a fucking peek like that. No, that wasn't a chop, okay. I think I'll reach, but I went for it anyway. I can't shoot this man! Oh, I finally shoot him. I'm just not built for fucking shooting people today, apparently. Oh, I got shot in the back. I'm not doing well at all. Yeah, never got to go with a snipe. It's been a while. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm doing terrible because my fucking wrist is killing me. Alright, scope. try it. It's probably gonna feel like shit 60 Hz, but let's try it. And it's the stars that shine for you. Maybe I'll watch this one. This one. Okay. Ooh. Stella. Run away, little bitch. Oh my god, there's so many people. What? How's that hit me back here? Not fucking wiggling! Trying to fucking mark it to fucking tell teammate, but fucking screen won't stop waggling. Oh my god, this man's a fucking... What's it? Oh, let's go and feed my guy. I'm gonna let that fucking field kill me. Not like that, at least.
Mais t'es pas mort. I'm fucking stuck in it. You keep watching it, my guy. There you go. Let's fucking go. Held it down. It didn't feel terrible, but it didn't feel amazing.
it. I want to truly look up to you. 6 feet underwater. I'm you. This is all pointless to me anyway. I'm already level 200. And what happens if I press siege? If it just like puts me down to like level 0 with a badge and take away all the weapons. If it takes away all the weapons, then I'm not interested in carrying on. I'm gonna make a giant. R.I.P. Chester Benningfield. Ah, 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 ah. Might just change this to fucking. I could do with leveling it up, change it to one shot and just fucking try and tap away with it. Nickel, it's a beautiful, it's a beautiful. I always gotta be careful singing this song, because that one word, the underground neck arrow, is a play on their fucking, on the name of them, of the group. I always gotta be careful to say that, because that's fucking really, really close. So I'm always like, oh, about saying it. Where's my fucking finger? That's that, there's that. The fuck? I put out. Let's pick you up, you fucking moron. Well, he stopped because I didn't think he was fucking reaching there. I'm like, why am I using a bandage on myself? And I got heals and I noticed. Oh, the hipfire wasn't there.
Oh my god, really?
These children nowadays. They fucking run indoors. That's my talk button. See. Oh my god. I hate RPGs, man. It's like, he thought, yeah, it'd be a good idea to put RPGs in the fucking game and then be able to hurt people like that. Okay, I'm spawning you, dude, to help ya. Oh, yeah, they're coming that way. Not interested in the other guys, it's me. Too busy throwing nades. Oh, got an assist, so there's someone. Oh. I shot a proper skull so I can beat these fire pop. I get that. Well, duck and roll, duck and roll. And someone's behind me. Why is my gun changed back to full auto? I changed it to single fire. Oh my god, the RPG! Ugh. Oh, got sniped. Nice. My teammates around here. Fuck! I didn't mean to sound like that. Yeah, let me off them. I don't want to play it. I don't want to fight that stupid war. Oh, he's on. I thought he was at the box there. Because he could just see me too much, man. I have to change guns, man, because it's just not going to work. With a fucking scope on it. Fucking RPG. I'm not playing this. Fucking RPG simulator. It just becomes boring. Just doing this, just going up against the same bullshit over and over again. It'll be a bad girl, a bad one. Oof. I have no idea what I want to play, so I'm just going to end. Thank you very much for watching. Till the next one.